This is a video of a 5-day loop that we did in August of 2022 in the Wind Rivers. It's from Big Sandy Trailhead up over Wakashie Pass, and then on top of Head Plateau, down to Cirque of the Towers, over Jackass Pass, and back home to Big Sandy. We did it in 5. Could have easily been done in 4. If you really just want to hustle and, do some longer days. For us, this was planned as a 6-day trip originally. And we had a couple more stops. And the whole idea of the original plan was just to be able to camp at a lake every night, get some fishing done, have relatively short days, and, then one big long day home. And for the most part, although we did scale things back, it was a great little trip. It accomplished most of that. Our longest day was 12 miles the last day. Most days were 4 or 6 miles. And so it was a real good trip. We took some friends along, and we had some challenges. They'd never backpacked before, so I learned some things. They learned a lot of things, and we overcame all the challenges we had. So anyway, hope you enjoy the video. See ya. And this is just a quick map of our route. We started out on the left in the red, that's day 1, and then, coming home on the right, that's our final day.
Okay, and here we are, Big Sandy Campground, Wyoming. Got Tim, Taylor, Monica, Kim, and Melissa. Yeah. And today we're headed up Big Sandy Trail, and then we're off. Hopefully tonight we'll end up at what is it, Skull Lake?
Or anyway in between.
Or someplace in between.
And we're just going in a few hours. And
the force be with us.
There we go.
That's right. Hi.
It's pretty right through here. We haven't been here since 2016. Yeah, it is. And boy, have they had a lot of rain. It is wet, wet, wet. But it's a beautiful sunny day today.
The horses sure know when to lighten the load.
Oh yeah. And here we are in the switchbacks. Past Meeks Lake a while back. And I hate these switchbacks, but you gotta go through it. Okay so far?
Yep.
Excellent.
Good. And not the falling horse poop.
But it's organic.
True.
Tim, you are one tough mutta. How are you doing?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
All right.
She's tearing it up.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm good. Better than the first time I did this.
Yeah, because the first time, where did you lose everything?
How
much weight the first time?
I don't know. Definitely north of 50 pounds. And I was just suffering, and Melissa was suffering.
Did you guys go back?
We did not.
You just moved forward.
We just kept going, and
They burned their food because it was
We had no idea what we were doing. And right up ahead is Fish Creek Park. And let's see. We have been on the trail 1 hour and 45 minutes, right on the nose. We've gone 3 miles, 3.21 miles. And check that out. Woo! Yeah, I'm tired. Let's just set up camp right over here at the edge of this meadow. Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? So we're in Fish Creek Park. Been hiking a couple of hours and probably a little over 3.5, coming up on 4 miles. And then after Fish Creek Park is Mirror Lake and Dad's Lake and Marm's Lake. So check that out. Very pretty. Very pretty. Mirror Lake. Pretty little spot. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Well, I think that's why they call it Mirror Lake. That's really pretty. And I'm guessing Dad's Lake is right over the top of that ridge, don't you think?
Yep.
Dad's Lake. Check that out. We spent the night here twice. Both times in 2016 doing a loop over Head Pass and Wakashie Pass and Grave Lake, and it's real nice here. We saw some otter. That was a real treat. Had a real nice time. Oh shit! Ready?
Yep.
Yeah. There we go. Marm's Lake, and we've been hiking for exactly 4 hours, and we've gone just under 7 miles. So we're going a little bit slower than we'd I thought we would, but not too bad. And if you can see right down there, that flat spot with the dry grass, we're gonna hike down there and across that, and then we're gonna follow that little canyon up, and then on the other side is Wakashie Creek, which I think we're probably gonna spend the night there the way things are going, but we'll see. Anyway, over and out. Little hillside right up there. We camped on the top of it 2 years ago. Pretty place. But I'm tired. Worried a little bit about the folks behind us. So we'll see how things go. See if we can limp it along to Wakashie Creek and then probably spend the night there. Coming out of Marms Lake, climbing up this canyon. And there's Marms Lake right back there. So far so good. Trying to get out of here and on to Wakashie Creek. And right down there is one of my favorite places in the whole world, at least in the winds, Wakashie Creek. Nice. And we get a nice little downhill run. Yeah. Put our feet in the cold water. That'll be nice. That'll be pretty. Whew. And there it is, Wakashie Creek. And we're gonna find ourselves a little spot to camp here this evening, right here, and do a little fishing. Nice little pond right up there.
Pick the spot. Where do you think we should go?
I don't know. I don't want to be right on the trail.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, right back here.
Okay.
And then, we're close to the water, but we're off the trail.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. And so that's to your right. Those are the Cirque of the towers. Right back up this canyon. And we're going to be going on the other side of those coming out on Saturday. So here we go. Fucking mosquito.
The sky's red. Towards Tim's side. Brookies, yeah.
Brook trout.
Brookies.
That's
What
pretty.
the locals call them.
Huh?
So our first day went great. It was a really nice day. Weather was fantastic. We had a great camp spot. We got to fish in the afternoon. Everything was very, very nice. We had some issues during the night with Tim and Taylor's sleeping bags. They got really, really cold. So the girls decided the next morning they'd go back to the trailhead and swap out the sleeping bags with some others I had in my truck. And so that burned a day, but we were ready to roll with that punch. That was fine. Tim and I did some fishing, and the fishing was really good. But Taylor's feet got blistered, and that just kind of plagued us for the rest of the trip and really plagued her. So one of the reasons we even tried to start scaling back more as we went forward. Anyway, we're picking up at day 3.
Well, we are day 3, and we haven't made it past Wakashie Creek where we got to day 1, but we're working on moving on today. Gonna go up over Wakashie Pass to Spear Point Lake. We've had a few things to overcome, which let's hope we have overcome them.
Ask me about you haven't interviewed me.
And we're gonna interview Melissa Berger, who yesterday hiked 18 and a half miles.
You!
To go swap out some sleeping bags.
Yeah. Tay and I
Amazing.
decided that the theme of the day, that it is what it is.
It is what it is. Got rained on, got wet, thunder, lightning, and
Heads up, anybody that wants to go to the Big Sandy Lodge on a Tuesday, they don't serve burgers. Found it the hard way. They have a nice toilet though, but
but no burgers, and no beer.
no, they gave me a free beer.
Oh, seriously?
Hell yeah, they did.
Well, I take back all the bad things I was going to say about them on camera.
No, yeah. I'm gonna Yelp review them though.
All right, and we're gonna give you a little view around here. It's really pretty. It's been a nice couple days here. Right next to the creek. We caught quite a few fish. We had fish for dinner last night. We had 8 from, wherever, whatever the lake is. What's the lake yesterday we were at? What's the lake we fished at yesterday? Marms Lake. And the fishing was very good.
Oh shit. Oh, I think it's on the top.
And right up there, that's the backside of the Cirque of the Towers. And that is Mount Wakashie. And we're going to be hiking up the pass right to the left of Mount Wakashie right there. So off we go. Wish us well. Wakashie Creek. One of my favorite places. So pretty here. All right, we're here at the Wakashie Pass Trail. And on our way up, we've got a few sprinkles. Got some clouds. We hope we get lucky. It's a little clear over there, so maybe it blows over. Anyway, here we go. This pretty little lake as we're climbing the Wakashie Pass Trail. Very pretty. Out there is Raid Peak, and beyond that, out of view is Mount Bonneville. And I'm hurting today. I was kind of worried. I am getting up there in years. I am not the young buck I once was. Anyway, we'll make the best of it. Real pretty. That's Wakashie Peak. That's the pass right over there. And it's real pretty right in here. And it's flattened out just a bit, which is helping.
Yes, it is.
Well, that's where we're gotta go, right over that pass. And it's getting closer, and I'm struggling more and more. But we will get there before the afternoon is done, I promise.
From 18 miles a day before to, I'm a legend on the summit.
You are a legend. Taylor is struggling.
Yeah, I know. She got to get out of her head, though. You know what I mean? But that's something that only she can do.
All right. So Melissa and I were here this month, 6 years ago. And I was sick as a dog, blowing my nose. And for some reason, it seemed easier 6 years ago. Maybe it really was. I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, it's good to be back. And I'm going to flip this around and show you. We made it, and it is spectacular. And I don't know, that's Mount Wakashie right there. And still got some snow on the ground. And got Macon Lake, and then Wakashie Lake down at the bottom. So quite a day. I think we may make some changes to our route. We're pretty tired. So I'm just gonna sit here and take myself a rest and a nap, enjoy myself, and then see where it goes from there. Wakashie Glacier, Wakashie Peak. So real pretty. I don't know if the glacier's still melting. I guess it probably is. There's not a lot of snow this year like we've seen in the past, but damn, it's pretty. Damn, it's pretty.
I'm fine.
Well, good morning from Wakashie Lake, and caught a few fish this morning, which I didn't get up and take pictures of Tim fishing, unfortunately. I guess that's about it. We're going to go on to Valentine's Lake. The plan was to go to Spear Point and then over Lizard Head, but I'm trying to cut down on the miles for everybody because we're going to have to save a day in our trip. So we're going to camp at Valentine's, and then we'll go over Lizard Head and then try our best to get to Cirque of the Towers and camp there, and then bail out the next day and down the hill. That's the current plan, so we'll see how it goes. Over and out.
I haven't seen any cutthroats that were looking the other day.
Well, this is our morning's haul from Wakashie Lake. Not bad at all. We're catching literally a fish on every cast. And I caught my first golden, which got away as I was pulling the hook out and trying to get him on the stringer. So, oh well. Anyway.
What do you got to say, Tim?
Lunch is cooking.
Lunch is cooking.
We are ready to go.
It's been a great adventure so far.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
This has been amazing.
Yeah, we're going to do a last night interview.
Okay.
And you got to be totally candid and honest.
I'll start thinking.
Yeah, usually to be candid and honest, you don't need to think.
True.
So anyway,
I do that a lot.
and look at that scenery.
It's just amazing.
That is really spectacular.
Campsite's just been
Perfect.
So right up there is Spear Point Pass. And our agenda, we were supposed to go up and over that. Just kind of looking at it, it looks like a real ball buster and a much tougher climb than it really kind of looked like on the topo. A lot of boulders and a lot of big rocks. And we had to sacrifice a day anyway because of the girls had to go back and trade out sleeping bags. And that just killed a day. So now we're trying to make up a day. Anyway, we're going to miss Spear Point. I'm really disappointed, but it is what it is. And then later this afternoon, we're going to be heading right out there, and we're going to go up on top of that big ridge tomorrow. And we're going to get as close to the ridge as we can, a little lake called Little Valentine's Lake. So looking forward to that. And if I remember, it's not the Big Chief, Big Indian, something like that. And then right back here, pretty spectacular. There's Mount Wakashie. And we came over that pass yesterday, and Wakashie Glacier's back in that little Cirque. So really something, and we really enjoyed our camp. This camp's been nice, and today's been nice, and so I think short day this afternoon, be harder than everybody thinks, but I don't want to tell them, at least now. But we'll get to where we're going, and then we'll get up over Lizard Head. That's always been on my bucket list, and I won't get to fish South Fork Lakes, but at least I'll get to see them. That's another check off the bucket list. And we'll see the Cirques. And twice now we've had to bail out and cut our trip short and not see the Cirque. So we're going to force the issue this time and get it over with. Anyway, greetings from Wakashie Lake. and it's Wednesday, and it's coming up noon. But we are out of here. So here we are, that's Spear Point Pass. We were going to go over that, but boy, that just doesn't look like any fun at all, so we're skipping it. Anyway, on to South Fork of the Little Wind River. This is the trail out of Wakashie Lake over to South Fork of the Little Wind Rivers. Real pretty. There you go. So I think that's the Big Chief, and then right up over here is Lizard Head Plateau, right up there, and that's what we got to go over tomorrow. Oh, and there it is. We're here, South Fork of the Little Wind River. Looks like we got some other people up ahead as well. Have somebody to chat to if they're interested in chatting. And isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Whew. Now, South Fork of the Little Wind River. And right back there, that's the head of the Big Chief, the Big Indian. I can't remember anymore. And then way back there is Camel's Hump. And you can just get a little sliver of Camel's Hump Glacier. And we'll get a hell of a view of that tomorrow for sure. And isn't that pretty out here? Just amazing. It's one of my favorite little spots right here. Look at that. And then way back there is Grave Lake at the base of that big mountain. And we were there in 2016. And right back there, that little low ridge, we would have gone up and to the right to get into Spear Point, which I can't tell you how disappointed I am for missing Spear Point. And then, you know, back around. Here we are. Quite amazing. That wasn't so bad, was it?
We made it.
Feels good on your feet, too.
Feels really good. All right.
Well, we're on the Bears Ears Trail. We've left South Fork of the Little Wind River, and it's a pretty little meadow right here. And nothing special about it under this, just pretty. So add that to the list. Holy mackerel. So this is Valentine's Lake, and I gotta tell you, it is about 100 times more beautiful than I imagined it would be. I'm not sure what I imagined, but it wasn't anything this beautiful. This is really something. Really pretty. Wow. And you can see Camel's Hump and Camel's Hump Glacier out in the distance. That's really something. Wow. Nice. Well, good morning from, what's this, Camp 4. It's now day 5. We're packing up, getting ready to go over Lizard Head. And this is our camp. Not much, but we had to get the hell out of the rain last night before we got wet. And it served its purpose, and pretty soon we're on our way, so.
They want to see me, Keith. I'm the
Oh, they
cute.
want to see you?
I'm cute.
Oh, there you go. That's Melissa, everybody. Over and out.
I'm cute.
So there's Little Valentine's Lake. You can just get a glimmer of it right over there at the base of the rocks. And this is the valley leading up. And there's Wakashie Pass in the background. And right over there is where we were hoping to get yesterday, Spear Point, but we didn't make it. Oh well, another trip later. Anyway, really pretty. And we're going right up there and then up on top of that ridge right there. Sure is pretty. That is Little Valentine's Lake right down there. Isn't that pretty? That's where we were thinking about coming last night, and then I was worried about getting rained on. Maybe in retrospect that would have been a good idea. It would have saved us some mileage this morning. Because we could have just come off trail and picked up this trail pretty easily. Oh well, lessons learned. Look up to your right, your left.
What?
Look up to your left.
Oh, what is it?
Marmot.
Marmot, I've seen.
Yeah. Well, isn't that a view? Pretty spectacular. That is the Bears Ears Trail going out toward Dickinson Park, and oh my God, that's amazing. Son of a gun. Well, we're not going that way. We're going up over Lizard Head, but I just had to get that view. That is spectacular. Wow. Well, it's been an interesting morning, and this is Lizard Head Plateau. Just over to my left, we've just got the last little bit of hard climbing to do, and it's exceeded my expectations. It's been amazing, and some of these views we're seeing. Had some issues with some of the people with us, nausea, sickness, throwing up, so we're just trying to limp them through. One of the ladies that was hiking alongside of us, really nice lady, she had some medicine that she was able to give her to help her with the nausea and settle her down. So we're trying to just go slow. We're behind schedule. I'm nervous. It's supposed to rain again this afternoon, and we don't want to be on Lizard Head when it rains. Boy, I got to tell you. But anyway, I'm glad I did this. Checking a couple things off the bucket list, and I'm really looking forward to what we're going to see up ahead. As beautiful as it's been so far, I think it's going to be even more amazing. But we'll see. Over and out. Well, out in the distance is Grave Lake, and that's the Continental Divide, and we're on the Lizard Head Trail going up to the Lizard Head Plateau.
Bears Ears Trail.
And that's the Bears Ears. That canyon was spectacular.
Yeah.
And
That's something I would want to descend, but
not today.
not today.
And up we go. We're closing in on the top, so looking forward to that. Actually, the climbing is not too bad. Well, we've reached Lizard Head Plateau, and we're still on a bit of the upslope, and that just gets more impressive the more we climb, and that's really something. But it hasn't been as bad a day as I feared, honestly. It hasn't been bad at all. Feeling okay. We've got one of our team that's struggling, so we've shifted some weight out of her pack, and Melissa's picked up that burden. But anyway, this is a treat. This is really special. Really special. And that's Spear Point right out there. God damn it, we didn't make it to Spear Point. That's oh well, I'll get over it. Well, there's the summit, and there's the Cirques, and we are summiting out on Lizard Head. Woo! There's Camel's Hump Glacier. Here we go. That pole marks the summit of Lizard Head. And my Lord, look at that. Look at that. That's Camel's Hump Glacier.
Dropped in.
And right down there is South Fork Lakes at the bottom. Can't really see it. Pretty amazing. And that's the backside of Cirque of the Towers. And we're on the downhill now. And I know there's one person in our party that's very, very excited about that. Not. Oh, this is the long trip across Lizard Head. This is what it looks like. Just rolling hills, no horrible inclines, lots of rocks. Not anywhere near as tough as Horse Ridge was. That was, and Horse Ridge we got up to 12.2. Here we were at just shy of 11.8, but really nice. Just need a little bit of a breeze.
How are you feeling, Mr. Lamparter?
I'm actually feeling good.
What do you think about the views?
This is like I said, pretty spectacular. Exceeding expectations.
I'm videotaping you.
Well, I'm actually feeling good today. You know, it's like every time we go out, it's like every day my legs get stronger, you know, and like by day, this is a short one for us, you know. The shortest we've ever done before is 7 days. So usually like day 7 or 8, man, I'm just like pounding it, powering through. You know, like I see all these other people do, which makes me feel old, but it is what it is. Well, South Fork Lakes from the ridge here on Lizard Head, that was on our agenda to go visit, but you know, one thing or another, we just didn't make it. But it is what it is. But we got to see it here, and man, it is spectacular. Look at that, Melissa. There's Melissa. Yay!
Got what I wanted.
Got what you wanted. Look at that. Wowzer. And right over there is a little more close-up of Camel's Hump Glacier. The Cirque of the Towers is right over the top. You can see one of the peaks sticking up behind. Isn't that something? Well, at least I can say I've seen it. Didn't get to camp there and fish there, but I've seen it. Pretty amazing. And look at that valley. That's the valley. That's the South Fork of the Little Wind River down there that we came through yesterday. Wow. Just wow. We've got to get over that last ridge, and then it's downhill. But pretty amazing up here. Pretty amazing. Now that is a view. Wow. Wow. I don't know what else to say. That is just amazing. Check that out. Wow. That is really, really something. Pretty spectacular. That's just what we came down off of. There's Tim and Taylor working their way down. And I'm thinking we're going to camp at these lakes right here. That's Bear Lake down there. And I think that's where we're going to be. And then that's Lonesome Lake, and then out over Wakashie Pass and home tomorrow. And this is just amazing. And the rain gods have smiled on us.
Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you, Bob. What's the sun?
Oh, we are at Bear Lake. What day is this? Thursday? No, it's Friday. So we're at Bear Lake and it's Friday, and this is our campsite for the night. And this is Taylor.
Hi.
Taylor has had a rough go, but she's an amazing trooper. And someday we'll get her to stop saying I'm sorry. And this is Melissa. Yes.
Is she cute?
And Tim.
She goes, yes. That's all I was trying to say about it.
So since we're all emotionally and physically strung out, we're going to have a little interview session.
Okay, cool.
So get it out there, man. This was not a good one for you.
No.
So tell us why. No, seriously. And
Yeah.
No,
just so we all know.
highlights
I
and their biggest
think-
struggle.
Well, my highlights have been honestly meeting you guys. I think I do.
Well, that's a low
Melissa-
light right there because I know myself.
I think that coming out here was a big challenge for me because I know I struggle with a lot of anxiety and like not knowing
Yeah.
a lot of things is really hard.
Well, there's a lot of unknown out here.
There is. And
Like almost everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's been really challenging for me. I've never been in this high of altitude before, and just, you know, subject to the wilderness. And I'm doing my best, but it has been very challenging.
How's your toes?
They're all taped up.
How hard is that? Is the toes a big thing for you to walk?
Yeah, it's painful, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know,
If you would tell,
got to keep going.
if you tell somebody,
Well, no, that part I know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reality you come to out here is, okay, I walked in, I gotta walk out.
Yep.
And sometimes it hurts to walk out.
if
Yeah.
you would tell one new person that's coming in for the first time
Yeah.
something.
So, Melissa,
Well, I'm on her.
oh,
If I had to tell somebody coming out here for the first time something,
Yeah.
yep.
enjoy it. Don't worry, because it'll go by so fast, and you have to enjoy
What's
the
one
moment.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. It's like it's Wyoming, right? If you don't like what's happening, just give it an hour. It'll change, right? And that's true out here.
Yeah.
It's true. The weather, you're just like, man, it's a great sunny day. We don't need our raincoats. And then about 4 hours later, it's like,
Yep.
Yeah, when your friend tells you that the last few days are going to be easy, don't believe it.
oh yeah, never believe me.
That's a lesson I've learned.
Yeah. I think it's definitely been a lot tougher than I could have ever imagined.
Yeah, so I'll turn this on myself. So there I am. So, no, it's interesting you say that because I've thought a lot about it since you mentioned it. And these things have always been like really difficult, right? And so, like what we're doing this trip for us is not that hard.
Right.
Right? So, and I'm not putting you down.
Sure.
I just meant, I think that was why when I was making the video and recruiting you, I don't think you got to, it's like when Keith says it's an easy day, it's like, well, because we've done these really hard days.
Yeah.
Right? So
It's
I misdefined easy. And, it's good to know. It's good to know. And, yeah, so we're kind of just like, I don't know, I'll let you answer, but for me, this all started about, I wanted to be able to say, God, I went these places that nobody else goes to.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more people now than when we started, aren't there? Probably in part by people like me with YouTube videos, right? Hey, let's go. and in those,
Cool.
so, okay. My top highlight was today. Today was my highlight.
Yeah.
Today was everything. Today made the trip for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna flip this around.
She's ready.
No.
Where are you? There you are.
Okay. Ask me a question.
If
Today was awesome.
Marmot.
Chipmunk.
Oh no, chipmunk. Big chipmunk though. We saw 2 marmot today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So highlights, lowlights, things you do different.
Nothing. Felt pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So Tim, we'll move to Tim.
Whiskey. I would have brought a little canister of
Yeah.
the flask, another flask, second flask.
I
wouldn't have done anything different. I don't know. I had a great time.
we drug around a lot of stuff. I made her carry that stupid water pump that we never needed.
No, you never tried it out before you took it.
I did.
Oh yeah, you know what I've done differently is check what sleeping pad I was bringing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I had a great time. Yeah.
So what did you like best about today?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Well, actually no, it's not. Coming over Lizard Head, the way that the cloud coverage and the thundering, like just completely bypassing us.
Right.
The way that the sun rays were coming through the clouds and just kind of like giving it, there's like a smoky haze a little bit to kind of give it that orange tint.
Right.
But just the way it illuminated the entire like Cirque was just, that was really pretty remarkable.
Yeah, that was cool.
What I hated about today was downhill.
Well, so let me ask you. Would you have rather climbed that or descended it?
Climbed it.
Oh, you would have rather climbed it. See, not me.
It's a
Not
little
me.
loose, but
Huh?
it's a little loose.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know.
All right.
All right.
What else?
I don't know. That's about it.
All right.
I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home yet. Boo.
All right, Tim. Highlights, lowlights, things you didn't expect, things that were better than you expected.
I would say that this is probably one of the most challenging things I've ever done.
Yeah.
And the reason why is not just the physicalness of the hiking, but just everything, the camping, the getting food ready, to all the little things.
Everything's work.
You take for granted in life.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So that, and one more night of setting this tent up and dealing with that backpack, pretty excited. So I know we got a big day ahead of us, but I look forward to having some of that Mexican food and
Yeah.
a couple Dos Equis and margaritas.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's, you know, the beauty's just been right out of a Discovery Channel.
Yeah. How was the fishing?
The fishing was easy.
You liked the fishing?
Yeah. You just basically, it's the easiest trout fishing I've ever done in my life. It's like it's going to a trout pond where they're already stocked.
Pretty much. And they're big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some good trout yesterday, and I really liked our camp spot yesterday.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat. And had a couple nice campfires, and no, it's been
So-
good. I'm glad you guys got us out here.
Yeah.
You might not get us out here again, but you got us out here, which is quite an experience. No, I mean, if I were to do this again, I think I would hike my shit to one spot
Yeah.
and then just go out from there.
Right.
Because I think that's the challenging thing, is just carrying all that weight, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. It
But
was so
I
hard
would
for
come
us to-
back. I would come back to this area definitely again.
Yeah, good.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yep.
What was it like your first time?
Oh, our first time?
Yeah.
It was a shit show. To be quite honest.
Yeah.
I better turn it on myself, huh?
Yeah.
So, first time, I was doing my best to research and to acquire stuff, and I just had no clue. And so it's like, you're on Amazon, and it's like, backpacking,
Yeah.
cup saucer, pot set, And you're like, okay, I'll get that. And
Talking to random people on Facebook.
we're talking to random people on Facebook. And, you know, the things I did right was our shoes, our backpacks, and our tent. You know, that's what I did right. What I did wrong was I tried to pack way too much clothes.
Yeah.
And I tried to pack just way too much, you know, extra batteries for everything I owned, right? And
It was hard.
and we suffered. No, seriously, we suffered.
Yeah.
We did 9.25 miles first day from Big Sandy to Wakashie
Yep.
Creek, right?
Dad's. Oh yeah. No.
I limped into Dad's Lake.
Yeah.
I could barely make it up the hill to the campsite.
Yeah.
And I just plopped down and I said, Melissa, I'm done. And I couldn't even walk down to the lake. No, seriously.
Yeah.
My legs wouldn't function. I mean, I was just like, and then we're just like, oh God, what can we take out and like leave here until we get back? And so that was our first trip. That was our first trip. And as horrible as it sounds, I was absolutely hooked.
Yeah.
So, because for me, the driving motivation, and I think I said this earlier, I just wanted to be able to, yeah, I did this, and most other people can't.
Yeah.
That was really what it was about for
Yep.
me. And then the secondary thing is just, I get to see stuff that
Yeah. No, I mean like this.
nobody will ever get to see unless you
Yeah.
do.
Very
As
few
hard as
people.
this was,
Right.
if you don't do it, you'll never see all this.
Yep.
You'll never see it.
Yep.
Right.
And that's why I said if I could do something different, I think I would just be in the moment more instead of thinking what's next, like what.
Well, that's the interview for the night. And we'd like to welcome everybody back next Wednesday night when George Carlin will be hosting the show. All right, we're out. All right. So we've got to the bottom of the Lizard Head Trail. It's Saturday. We're on our way out. And we're going to head up the meadows to the Cirques. And we're out of here. All right. Cool. Well, we're at Lizard Head Meadows. Our first real view of the Cirques since up on the ridge. Boy, that's pretty. Pretty. You know, we camped right at the base of that peak right there, Lizard Head, last night. Really nice spot. Really nice spot. Look at that. Off we go. Hold on. Well, here we are at Lonesome Lake. That is Bingora Peak, which I knew all the names of the rest of them. Pretty spectacular. And we're going over Jackass Pass, which is right there.
Pass.
Hmm?
It's our last pass.
Our last pass. Man, this is amazing. So pretty. So pretty. Well, this is the top of Jackass Pass. This is our last pass, and now it's just hoof it home and get the hell out of here. Woo! 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 And there's the other side. See ya. Here, I gotta go back. I forgot to take a picture of what we just climbed out of and how pretty it is. And we climbed out, if you can see it, that lake right down there. And that was a bitch of a climb. But really something. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we did it. Wow. Whew. Over and out. And here we go. Down the mountain we go. Whew. All downhill from here. That's the last big one. It's not all going to be perfectly downhill, but
Melissa, you think we go this way? This way. Okay.
I have no idea what the name of this lake is, but it's pretty. What I'm not happy about is we're going to be back in the rocks. God damn it. And I'm just pissed about that. Well, Big Sandy Lake, coming down from Jackass Pass was a big time ass kicker for me. Way harder than I anticipated. But light at the end of the tunnel, Big Sandy Lake. Things should flatten out and the trail should be quite a bit easier. I'm really looking forward to that because I hurt a lot. But we're almost there. Like every view up here, there aren't any bad ones, it doesn't seem like. Anyway, here we go. Rest of the hill. Whew, finally, it is flat. And coming down, man, Jackass Pass. Coming from the Cirque side, Jackass Pass was nothing. That I was not prepared for what lay after it, and then carrying Taylor's stuff on top of my own stuff, that has just really hurt me. So I need flat and downhill and home. Get the hell out of here. Sorry, you can't even hold this thing upright. Anyway, over and out. Yeah.
Give me the keys.
They're in my top thing. Well, coming out of Big Sandy Lake, it's just mile after mile after mile of pretty much this. And it's not horribly difficult, but it ain't all that easy either. And I'm just flat tired. I thought this day was going to be 5 hours, 6 hours tops, and I'm closing in on 7 already, so I'm beat. But anyway, I'm thinking I'm getting close to being alongside the river, and things will be a lot easier. But I gotta tell you, this day has really kicked my ass. I'm doing better now than I was earlier. So, you know, just doing this long downhill. I took a quick break at a little creek to get some water in me because my water bladder had been run dry right as we got to Big Sandy Lake. But, and that helped. That helped a lot. So, you know, hopefully my next little video, I will be walking alongside Big Sandy Creek, and it'll be a lot easier, and I can get my ass out of here and home. Well, I just turned off the video and came around the corner, and there she blows, Big Sandy River. Man, oh man, that is a sight for sore eyes. I am so happy to see that. So, we're down to the short strokes. Power on. Check out all these wildflowers. Really something on both sides of the trail. Real pretty. And the Big Sandy River. Really nice. Really nice. Almost there. Well, son of a bitch. I got about 10 minutes left. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I can do 5 minutes. Oh, shit. That's pretty just because it tells me how close I am. Almost there.
Well, that's the trip. We ended up back at Big Sandy, all in one piece. I knew Melissa, we couldn't keep up with her, so we gave her some money and told her to go to the Big Sandy Lodge and get some beer, where, of course, she met a couple of hot guys and was late getting back with her beer. But anyway, she did show up. We did have the beer. And then Monica and Kim met us on the highway, and they'd been on the lake all day out on the boat. So they had a bunch of cold beer. So let everybody else drive, and I sat in the back. And anyway, Mexican food in Pinedale. We had a good night. Had a big table with a lot of people. So anyway, this is trip 4, and hopefully next year, trip 5, we'll have something else. See ya.